Hello, everybody. We're live, and it's a great way to stay in shape. So, how's everyone doing? Hope we can have a few join us tonight. That'll be fun. We'll try not to be too dirty, but it just kind of, we take it where it leads. But we're not here to offend. We're not here to bother anybody with that. If you guys don't have a sense of humor, this would be the wrong channel for you. Because this is definitely over 18 plus. Rated R. For strong language and heavy content. And now we have somebody that laughs all the time. How is our mom?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Excellent. I gotta flex my Premiere. I'm just gonna turn the cam off here and just flex away. Mom is good. How are you?
We're doing all right.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. What's new and exciting?
We had a $40 meal today.
Holy smokes.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like you did pretty good.
Yeah, it's all you can eat buffet, but I don't feel like I ate enough, honestly. And I'm not trying to do that, but when you see a fly in your food, it kind of turns you away. Like, we're not going to get that, but we'll get stuff around it.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, there was an actual fly that landed on the mac and cheese, and I was like, mm-mm. So I had to go find something else to eat on the other. It was like a square buffet line, and then dessert, and then other stuff, salads and tacos and stuff. But after I saw that, I told the manager, I was like, "Sir, come here and look at this." She's like, "Oh, damn!" And he took the whole tray out. Had to go dump it. They had to remake it.
Wow.
That thing was laying there dead for a while.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't tell the manager much. I just said, and I was like, "Look here."
Yeah, you just point and go,
Yeah. People in here probably say, "Oh, this is gonna get gross."
But that was only on one piece, or was it?
It was
more?
Yeah. It was like a section that it kind of was like dead laying in, and I saw the manager guy. I was like, "Well, let me just pick it out with the tongs." No, you got to dump the whole thing because they land on poop. Flies are not nutritious, so take it out. I saw him go like this instead of using the tongs to get it. I was like, "Are you serious? You really, really want to kill somebody?"
Not nutritious, delicious.
That's the second time I've seen a fly on food. Like literally dead or upside down, saying, "Help me!" And
Great. That's crazy. That is crazy.
So I went on the other side of the bar and had something else, and they could have used some sweetness in the spaghetti, but I had some other stuff.
Nice. So did you eat enough?
No, because I don't feel like I left the table and I told Mary, I said, "I don't feel like we done ate enough." And, she just wanted to go home and lay down. So I had to finish my 2 plates, and then I finished her plate. So I think not $40 worth, but I had enough. We just won't go on.
No break in the cost.
No, so we're not there in Dobson. So the thing is, free. No, but I need a discount. No, just don't go on Sundays over at this place. If you ever come down here, I'll treat you. I'll take you over there. But we have to go on a different day because I didn't know Sundays was like just the dinner menu, okay? And that was too expensive. So you're talking $21 a piece,
Whew.
which is kind of up there. And then Marion's dad said, "That's because it's inflation." I was like, I don't know.
Tax and tip too on top.
We don't do tip. We can't.
Yeah.
I mean, the lady asked me, "What you drinking, hun?" I said, "Rum and Coke." "Oh, me too. Don't we all wish that?" I said, "Well, yeah, but I've had kind of like a off and on bad week, so I need rum." "You got your flask with you?" "No." "Nobody's looking."
Flask with you is classic.
I said, "I left my flask at home this time." She's like, "Well, maybe I could help." I was like, "Wait a minute. Slow down. Calm down, everyone."
I love it.
But I did say rum and Coke, and she laughed. I was like, "Well, I guess I got a little joy out of my day."
Absolutely.
She was giggling while walking away. "I'll get you a soda for you." I said, "Thanks." And then she was walking away laughing, and I was like, "Yay, comedy."
You always have to, throw a little comedy in is always good.
But I do it with a straight, serious look, though. When I was like, I was saying, "Rum and Coke, please." I looked right up at her, and she kind of took that as a funny thing. I said, "Marion," she laughed on her way, walking away from us. "That's good. That gives us brownie points."
That's right. I think that's good. Because that's one thing is humor is the best medicine.
I know, but humor doesn't. When I do it in front of family, it's like, "Joshua, not appropriate for dinner. Not appropriate. Don't say shit like that. No, but never again. No, no." My mother likes to get on me for stupid, inappropriate things like fart jokes or, I once said ass in front of like 7 different people that were trying to help me with counseling. And my mother said, "You don't even say ass, say butt or whatever." And I was like, "No, that's queer." But yeah, she always gets on me for burping or farts or any type of jokes that are just not time for. So, because I'm her number one son, like her number one child.
Yes.
She cares about all of her kids, but I need the extra help or assistance or advice because of my mental health status. So, are you going to come back or what?
Yeah, I am.
I feel like I'm talking to myself.
We're doing a cake. That's funny. Just turn that down.
Hey, Bruce, you can come on up if you want.
Hey, Bruce is in the house. In the house. Bruce is awesome.
Definitely. And that's not because you helped with McDonald's, Bruce. Come on up. Because when we went down to see him, we were broke as a joke because we were gambling.
But you're usually always winning.
I usually do, but so he came down to see us and had a great time, and he rented a car because his car went, to the crapper, and he had to get it fixed, and we had a great time. He said, "You want to go out to eat?" I said, "Yeah, let's do that." and we didn't really find much over there per se, like that were not expensive restaurants.
Yeah.
I told him we had a Steak and Shake, which is like another burger place inside the hotel, but it was $24 a piece to have, like a sandwich, fry, and a drink. Are you serious? So it was like $13 a plate plus tax and whatever. And he said, let's go out and find something cheaper if you want. I said, well, pizza. I mean, there's whatever we want to do. And Bruce said, I'll buy it. Just go ahead and sit your little white ass down with your wife.
Hey, how y'all doing? How's it going?
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. Marion was out at the mall. Give him the good news.
Bruce, did you get the picture on your messenger?
I haven't looked at my messenger.
Yeah, I was able to get Marion out today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been a few days.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out later. Well, right now, yeah, I'm cooking dinner. So anyway,
Burgers and chicken fingers?
it's chicken tenders. It's not chicken fingers.
Ooh. But chicken, nothing wrong with chicken.
Yeah.
Bruce says, I'm eating for 4. Okay.
That's a lot of food.
Bruce, I was telling Darren about when we were visiting you.
Yeah.
I don't know if he remembers what we did and how fun it was. So, yep.
That's what it's all about. McDo. That's what we call McDonald's in the Philippines. McDo.
Mickey D's.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Different verbiage.
So I bought like 2 McChicken sandwiches from McDonald's, and it cost me almost $17 one day.
What?
Too much.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, because
It
I
is
didn't
a
know
lot.
I didn't know they charged for toppings and everything else if you wanted cheese and shit. But it was like $2 for 2 strips of bacon, okay, and probably $1 for a slice of cheese. And then,
I haven't eaten out since I don't think I've eaten at McDonald's, but I may have once since I've retired. Maybe once.
Because it's expensive. You can eat cheaper at home.
Yeah, I know. I've been eating at home most
And
of
better
the time.
food, too. And better food, too.
At home is definitely healthier.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was watching YouTube. They had a McDonald's menu type video, and it's like from the 1990s, mid 90s, how it was so much cheaper to afford a Big Mac at like $3, something like that. Now it's $9 for a sandwich, maybe a meal.
Ooh.
It's getting out of hand. Actually, it's already gotten out of hand. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think less people are going to McDonald's because it is getting expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You know that guy that did the Super Size Me movie that was like about McDonald's, and he ate McDonald's for 30 days?
Yeah, how much weight he gained.
Yeah, well, he just recently passed.
Oh, no.
That doesn't surprise me.
Wow. Did he keep eating there, or what did he do?
I have no idea, but he was like in his mid 50s or something.
Wow.
Like
That's young.
2 weeks ago.
Mid 50s is young. Wow.
That is young. Yeah.
And he won an Oscar for that movie, which is disgusting and not even worth one, but like I don't know how people liked it. Like him munching on McDonald's every day for 30 days. I mean, and it was a documentary of sorts, but he won an Oscar for it.
Wow. Wow.
Back in that year, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he was making millions, I guess, but with all the, famous part of it.
Yeah, some people will do anything for money,
That's
even
true.
if it means ruining their health. You know.
Like beg off friends for McDonald's, right, Bruce? Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. All things in moderation.
True.
It's probably, yeah. I would say if you went to McDonald's maybe 3 or 4 times a year at the most, that's probably all you need.
Yep.
Your body probably does not need any more. It would probably do more harm than good if you just kept eating that stuff, all the time. And, I mean, McDonald's, there's a lot McDonald's does not offer. In fact, you can say that really for any fast food place, They're limited on what they offer. It's a quick fix meal. I think it was mainly designed for working people to do, and not really so much for, the people that don't work. Although they certainly will welcome people that don't work, that have families, that bring their kids in there for the Happy Meals and that kind of stuff. Sure,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. Since I've been retired, I have I mean, things are just looking a lot better for me since
That's
I've
awesome.
retired. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
hmm I mean, my sugar level was checking kind of high there back in November. Now that was before I retired, and because I went to the doctor and they checked my sugar, took blood, checked my sugar, and it was checking a little bit high. It was still considered borderline. He didn't put me on any medicine. He said, hopefully you can get this back down, and so I went back in April. They took blood again, and lo and behold, it was down.
That's
So
a diet. That's a good diet.
yeah, it's just it's from eating healthier meals, because once I retired, I was able to do a lot of cooking here at home. I didn't have to, go like what I used to do when I was working is I'd go to places like Whataburger, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, Popeye's chicken was close, anything that was close by where I was working there near the Walmart I was working at. And anyway, but now I can cook literally anything at home really that I want to.
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome.
retirement has been good for me.
Health wise, anyways, that's good.
hmm
Yeah, same thing. I've cut down on same thing. Eat at home. Kept out on the sugars, no salts other than natural salts. Maybe pink salt. Try not to fry stuff so much. Bakes more stuff, and
Yeah.
just got to
Like
walk
I'm
more.
out.
And good.
Yeah, I'm out here cooking on the grill, and that's about as healthy as it gets as far as cooking goes.
Oh, and it tastes so good.
hmm Yes, it does.
On the grill.
hmm
You can put some barbecue sauce on there.
Yeah. Well, now barbecue sauce for somebody that's type 2 like I am,
Mm-hmm.
barbecue sauce has added sugar in it, and ketchup does too. So,
I know ketchup's majority sugar.
hmm so anyway, all that kind of stuff has got a lot of sugar in it.
You can add pepper. Pepper sometimes. Pepper on the chicken, pepper on the beef. You can add pepper. That's no sugar.
Yeah, that's what I did with this. I just seasoned it good,
Yeah.
with some seasonings that I got here, and it's looking pretty good actually.
It's amazing. Those steak things taste great too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Steaks, seasonings.
Yeah, anyway, I decided to do chicken this time. I've done hamburgers a few times. I've actually had this grill stored away, and I pulled it out of storage and decided to cook. And it was really good. But so I decided, well, shoot, this is good because cooking outside like this is it's just it's a lot better for you, and plus it doesn't heat up your kitchen. So, I mean, I'm not cutting on an oven or anything like that. I've got an air fryer that I haven't started using yet, but
that's supposed to be pretty healthy too. The air fryers.
Yeah, air fryers. Yeah. Hello, Christina.
She's a friend of mine's chat person that comes into his chat. So.
Oh, okay.
He's a gamer and sells comic books and stuff, and that's where I met her. And
okay.
And so
cool. Welcome to the party.
There's an R in there, by the way, folks. There's an R in there.
I believe my food may be about ready.
Yeah, you can always cut the middle of the chicken in the deepest part, see if it's any picas. There's no pink.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring it inside, guys. I'm gonna have to put this phone down for a minute. I'll be back in just a minute.
You got it. So when you went to the mall, did you did you have that buffet in the mall, or were
it was outside the mall? It was like a whole nother restaurant outside the mall.
Oh, did you do anything special?
Sorry,
do anything special in the mall? It was air conditioned, so that's good.
We just walked around. I sprayed fart spray around there and stuff.
Good for you.
All the hot chicks were walking through it saying, "Yo, who farted?" Like they could smell it when they walked through it. And it's like, I know I just bathed, but I have now fart smell all over me. It's in the air. Yeah, half these chicks were not even wearing clothes. Like they were wearing pants and half-cut shirts showing stomachs and maybe some cleavage. But
that's probably the younger generation. That's the way the younger generation dresses, right?
Yeah. And I mean, we're not talking like young, like 12, or I'm talking like high schoolers and stuff or whatever, college chicks. But they're coming in all dressed, showing their belly button rings and stuff. And then I spray all the fart spray, and they were like they were just all just like, ew, 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 ew.
I'm surprised you had fart spray on you.
Oh, I always do. Because I laughed to myself on the way to the mall area. I was like, I know what I'm going to do. So as I'm pushing Marion blamed me. She's like, did you fart? I says, no. Not until we got to the car. I says, it was me.
So she knew. She knew.
Right, Buns? You knew, right?
Guilty.
She was right in front of me in the wheelchair, and as I'm pushing, I'm going like that, and she's like, "You stink." She did. She's like, "You stink."
Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. Oh, that's really funny.
The best part is we did it around like a piercing place, like a kiosk piercing
Yeah.
for earrings and stuff.
Okay.
And families were checking their little kids. Who's shit? And checking people's shoes and looking down, saying, "Man, did you shit?" So,
did you keep a straight face?
oh yeah, I walked away. I was just like acting like nothing was going on. Like everybody was like, "I didn't do it." Well, and then they walked from one section to the other, and I've already sprayed over there too.
They can't get away from it.
No, it's funny that the father kind of realized. He asked his wife, in Spanish. I don't know what he said, and then they moved away from the smell. They said, "Ew," I can hear that, but they backed away, and I sprayed there, and then they backed away again, and then there was a black girl over there looking at stuff, and I was like this, and I covered that damn place.
That's funny.
But the only thing I don't do is spray elevators. That's the best part, but it'll go away in like 4 seconds.
What, in an elevator?
I don't spray elevators. I don't do all that. That's just uncalled for. But I do dangerous things outside the elevators. But nobody knows I do it.
Oh yeah.
I act like I have a straight face, and I just go shh, like nobody. I did it around like the food court area. People are like, "I gotta go. This smells like ass," and like they're walking away, and I gotta go sit down. I gotta go get away from this shit, and you can hear them. There's a large black family checking their pants and shoes. I was like, "Yay! Have that on your pizza."
Oh dear. When you're eating, you can't eat when you smell that. Definitely gotta move.
It is deadly too. The smell is just bad. Like if you work on a farm and you're near cows, I mean, it's just like with the steam on it.
And the flies?
Yeah. And then there was another kiosk with people waiting for food stuff, like little tiny danishes or donut place, and I was like, spraying around there, and they 3 women looked at each other like, "Did you queef?" So looked at each other like, "Man, you stink. What the hell? Check your shoes."
Why are people checking their shoes?
Because they thought they stepped in something. That's what they check their babies. If you do it at Walmart at the entrances, they're bringing babies in there.
Yeah.
They'll lift them up and check their diapers and see what's up. I used to do it in entrance ways. And then just look back and watch everybody's reaction. Who farted? And it was like sewer. What?
Yeah, it's manufactured smell, and they want to make it as bad as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I used to own 40 bottles of this stuff, and now I'm just down to 1.
Do you get it on sale or something?
No, I make deals with people that have, like, not with Spencer's, but I make deals with people I used to shop at in my hometown up in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
And used to have like a joke store and a costume store for Halloween stuff.
Oh yeah,
like a mixture of everything. And he's like, "I got fart spray if you want some." I said, "How many bottles do you have, and what can we do?"
Yeah, what kind of deal can you give me?
She's like, "Well, it depends on how many you have. I got to check and see what we got." And she had like 25 or 30 of them, and
That's a lot.
I bought another 10 somewhere else locally, and at that time it's called liquid ass. You spray it, but it smells awful like a wet turd.
Now I had a question. How much does a bottle normally cost when you buy one individually by retail?
For us, maybe $6 to $8.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Ah.
But the lady I worked with, like not worked, but gave me the discount and the cheap price. I said, "Yeah, I'll take all of them," and she mailed them to me.
Oh,
And,
awesome.
I'm sorry.
That's good. They mailed it to you too.
Yeah, and within 2 days I got them, and the envelope smelled like fart too. Like you open it and it's like, what?
Well, so one of the bottles might have leaked, right?
I don't know. But the joke was on me on that night when I says, "Yeah, I got them." Oh shit! So, and yeah, so she no longer has that store. Unfortunately, COVID and things like that shut her down.
Yeah.
And lack of business, and somebody bought the
Space.
somebody bought the space, the store,
Mhm.
not the store. It changed to something else last time I was up there. But yeah, she was willing to work. They had an adult section as well. It was kind of like
Ooh.
a Spencer's, if you will,
Okay.
without the lollipop dicks. But so a lot of my brothers and I would get hard and go into the adult section and just check things out. Like, look, a thong, and that really excited us as boys. And it's like, you know who wears that, right? And we all kind of guessed, Mom. No, well, stop. We were younger. We were just like I would get like a sponge, right? Okay,
Uh-huh.
a little tiny sponge in a pack, and we would purchase for jokes for birthdays, just random.
Sure.
And I would throw it in a pool. It's a sponge, mind you. It gets bigger, so it was shaped as a dick. So we bought the sponge, and it actually grew maybe 8 inches for the sponge. And I was like, "Yay, it worked!" You know, they weren't lying. And you just drop it in water, and it kind of just like the outline of a penis, you know, and everything. But it was funny. It was just, these are pranks. These are jokes that we pulled on people.
That's
So
hilarious.
we were just nasty. So, but it was fun, great times. We used to prank a lot of our friends and family. But my parents still, to this day, don't like fart jokes and fart smells and all that kind of stuff, or even the noise of it if somebody presses too hard, right, Darren? So he's like, "Wait, how'd you know?"
Do your parents have are comical as well, or no?
They
more
don't.
serious
Okay.
type.
So they know I love comedy. They know I love doing stand up. They know I love doing voices. My mom just doesn't think I'm funny at times. Like, I can make jokes by phone when they're out of town.
Yeah.
They're not raunchy or dirty because they were like, "We don't want to hear this." Click. So I could do all what I want when I want to friends and people that aren't related, really. And they would understand my humor. It's very dry.
Yes.
But my family, maybe my grandpa and a few others, a lot of them, it's like half and half. Like, my parents don't think I'm funny, but the rest of the family says, "I love that joke. That was hilarious. And when you say it, you're just so straight faced. You look serious."
Yeah, you have good delivery.
And see, when I say stand up, all I like is sounds and impressions and maybe some singing in the stand up routine. That's what I like, and that's what I do. I don't sing, I do like noises and impressions. But I've been wanting to get back over there when I can, if they still have that option, and try it again, because I've kind of worked on a few things and didn't know I could. So
That's cool. Yeah, because same here at the comedy clubs, they have a particular night that's like open invitation, and anybody that's in the crowd can come up and try their hand at comedy.
Yeah.
Those are usually good.
But the way they do it here, because everywhere is different, but what they do is like they say, oh, you can bring 5 friends. Everybody pays $5, but it's open mic night every first and third Thursdays.
Cool.
I don't know if they do that anymore, but I'm sure they do something like that, but not. I haven't heard. I don't know.
That's always good.
I also wanted to try to get into like we have this place called the Idiot Box, and it's like a training course on doing comedy.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
That'd be good to learn. So you actually learn from people teaching comedy. Some people are just naturally funny, and some people, obviously, it's one of the toughest things to do is get people to laugh. So you can make.
Yeah, it is. It's hard. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind talking in front of people, like big crowds like that, but I'm not going to say like, oh, he loves stadiums too. No, I'm just saying like clubs only, where it's a small amount of 300 instead of 26,000.
Yeah.
Rosie.
I don't even know where I went with this now. So, yeah, I've worked on a few things, so I wanted to try to get back at it.
How many minutes how much minutes do you get? Do you have to do a 2, 3, or 5 minute routine, or what do you do?
4.5 hours. 4.5 minutes is all you get.
That's still good, because that's a long time. 4.5 hours.
No, 4.5 minutes, and which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's only for the beginners. The ones that just are getting there, just training, just starting out. And
That's cool.
And they tell the crowds in there not to boo the new people because they're just trying, so give them respect.
Yeah.
And I don't offend anybody. I don't do dildo jokes. I don't do anything that's raunchy.
Yeah. You just spray the fart spray.
Well, not in a crowd like that. I would get punched out in the parking lot. Listen, fucker. What? Hey, no one likes that damn smell. You'll be evacuated here. You're going to evacuate the whole building because you left that spark spray in here. But no, I just do impressions. That's all I like to do. And not really on tap except for one. But I don't want to bore people either.
People would enjoy impressions because it's different. You don't get too many impressionists. I know puppets are very popular. People wouldn't.
I'm friends with comedians that actually showed ass cheeks, like plain ass cheeks through their outfits.
Oh, okay.
And do impressions of the same thing. Like he sang a lot with his impressions
of
different singers. And then when he came to Prince, he had his little black cheeks hanging out of his outfit. And I was like, well, he doesn't want to shave that. So, yeah, whatever. It was not gross because I've seen lots of holes before. But the thing is, I don't talk about dicks and women parts and all that stuff. I don't do that. I don't talk about religion or politics. I have nothing to do with that.
That's smart.
And just be funny and just 4.5 minutes, then I get down. But I had 5 of my friends, 2 of which they were a different color. And they started getting very, very extremely racist in there, racy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I told all my friends, I said, okay, I'm done now. We can all leave and hop in our car and head back to town. And they were all for it. And because a lady got up after me on stage and started talking about titties and everything else. And I was like, not interested. So I don't mind looking at them. I don't mind be with somebody like that, like in that way, but not talk about that on stage. I mean, that's just because that's called offensive. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I do not want to piss somebody off, or, I actually did comedy for a club, wink, wink. And it wasn't really scheduled correctly, and they needed a comedian on Craigslist. I said, I'll apply for that. And then this lady came and picked me up at random. I was like, what's your name? She said, Big Bertha. My point is, so we go to this club on the other side of town, wink, wink. And nothing was prepared. Like, oh, we're going to have dinner there. There's going to be an open bar. There's going to be this, that, and the other. Small little club, But it was for other people, and I was the only singled out one. So the bartender actually thought I was funny, but the other ones did not. I didn't offend anybody. I just said, "Who likes jokes? Who likes impressions?" They said, "Oh shit, here we're done. But we're done. Been here 5 hours. We don't need this." I was like, well, we're going to need this. We need to cheer somebody up. And I got him back there at the bar that laughed and said, man, you was good. Oh, thanks. Well, the white guy at the bar thought I was funny, but these other people did not. They said, man, let's just eat. Fuck him. So, yeah.
That's why even the stars have a warm-up act, because you got to get people in the mood, right? It's hard to get them, to get people laughing right off the bat.
I've seen YouTube videos where comedians get punched or socked or something like that on stage because they were going too far.
Yeah. I've seen lots of people throw water bottles at people and stuff like that. So, like, whoa.
Bruce said, I done did that before. Yeah.
Bruce would say, I would never waste a bottle of water and throw it away. Don't care how bad the person is.
I've seen situations where just about everything that came out of my mouth, people didn't care for, But, I didn't, when I first came into YouTube, I wasn't mean to be one that people would laugh at,
Yeah, you never know. Everybody's different.
It just happened.
I always find it interesting. Some people use language, like foul language, thinking it's funny. Oh, F this, F that. Kind of numb to it. I want to hear something funny.
That's how Marion's cousin's that way. He's like, I don't want to hear the F word every 5 minutes. I'll leave.
Yeah.
It's overused.
Of course, we paid $4 a piece for water, but
Silly's got to make money.
And that's when he and I went to Charlotte and we went and saw Sinbad, the comedian.
Right on.
Yeah, he was cool. I got a picture with him. It's on my Facebook. Bruce says, can I talk now? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm chewing my food, man.
Oh, I thought you were saying something.
He can talk and eat at the same time. That's impressive. That's his act.
That's just barely.
It's sometimes when you go see a star, but it's still even they bomb out sometimes too. It all depends on the crowd, and they always try to interact with people as well. So that can either go bad or good.
Yep, that's right.
Have you guys heard of this comedian with the puppets? His name's Jeff Dunham.
No.
I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, and so we went. He was here in town, and it was an open bar / dinner before the show, right?
Right.
I paid the full amount for the tickets, and it came with the dinner. And there was no place to sit. They were all standing up tables and an open bar. We had no money. My grandpa dropped us off. We had no car. And I was like, okay, so this night's already sucked. And I paid almost $30 total for this stuff. And they had like tri-tip and some other stuff. And I paid for the dinner. But then we needed drinks too. And I had no funds and I didn't know how to work it out. And so we went to the show, and the show was way better than the event beforehand, the dinner. It was just a fucked up night. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then the comedian doesn't like to take photos with people and stuff. He's kind of like a dick when he leaves the show. He's like leaving the show on the bus, getting ready to go to the next place, because he doesn't want to just chill around, and he's an asshole. I mean, he truly was.
Yeah.
But he does own the Batmobile, the one from the '89 version of Batman. So
Wow.
Wow.
he does.
Well,
Now,
sometimes
What?
sometimes they'll book, or they'll get booked for multiple events on the same day.
Wow. Well, what's funny too
And
is
if that happens and they can't stick around, they got to go. It's like nothing personal. It's just that, for them, time is money. I mean, when they're working, and so it's nothing. It's not that they probably wouldn't have stayed. They would have if they, if it would have been different circumstances where they didn't have to go to their next gig.
Yeah.
I mean, the show was good. He did a fabulous show. It was hilarious. We actually watched stuff before we went to know what he's like, and he was just hilarious.
Yeah.
All the plans beforehand, it wasn't the greatest.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens.
Then I had to call my grandpa back. I said, "Show's over. How was the dinner? Sucked." And he took us home, and we didn't have any money for drinks or nothing. It was all stand up, and Marion can't stand at tables and stuff. We need to be able to sit, and these were all like chest high tables, and you stood up.
Wow.
And Marion says, "I need to sit down." I said, "Do you see a chair anywhere?" Because there wasn't.
They could probably get one from the back or something like that. You just have to ask, I think, for one.
Well, I knew somebody at the Coliseum office people. I knew somebody, and he's like, "We could give you guys like some drinks or something." I said, "Okay, cool, whatever you guys gonna do." But that's all they helped us with, because I already purchased tickets, and I was like, "We're good on that. We just need drinks. We don't have any funds." And he worked it out somehow.
Nice.
Well, we couldn't eat. I mean, I paid for the dinner, and then there was like alcohol and sodas and stuff, and we just needed to figure out a way. Kind of like when people tell you at a restaurant, an actual restaurant, they say, "Do you want any drinks?" "Yeah, I need to wash it down." Don't just charge us for the meal. That's how Golden Corral does us. They say, "You want drinks too, right, sir?" Yeah, 2, please. We need to wash our food down. Jesus, that's like idiotic. Why would you ask, "Do you want drinks?" Yeah, just give me a glass of piss.
I need a drink too. Even if it's you got to be careful, because sometimes you can get tap water for free, but if you say water, they might be bottled water. No, I need tap water.
Yeah. Well, another thing too, and this happens in some places. A customer could bring in their own bottled water or something. They may have their own drink.
That's nice.
And yeah, I've seen that. Had a friend that used to do that all the time. They'd bring in a bottle of water. That's all they ever drank anyway. So
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, and if they wouldn't allow it, then they get up and leave.
Yeah, because certain clubs they charge the same price for water as they would for alcoholic beverage.
Mm-hmm. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but that I can understand.
My brother and a friend of ours went to another club that kind of shows privates and stuff, and it was so like we were. My brother gave me $40 in one, saying, I asked him, "Why are you giving me this? So you can put in their ass?" I was like, "Wait a minute, what?" Because usually you can't touch them, and he's like, "Just don't put them in your pocket. Just have them out, ready to give them on the stage." I was like, I'm already committed and married. I don't want to touch other people's butts. But the thing is, we were kind of sort of having to lift the thong to put $1 in there. I was like, well, I think this is like an ATM slot machine. I could just like swipe my card, maybe. But my brother, like, you had to purchase cash. I mean, you had to turn 40, like 220s into 41s. And he's like, don't put them in your pocket. It's for the stage dancers. I'm like, I don't do these things. I don't know.
I'm sure they'd appreciate a 20.
Well, I'm sure that, yeah, they're ripoffs and they're scammers. And then all of a sudden, this one started hitting on my brother. I was like, damn. You know, she was hot though, and she's like, I like your tattoos. I can hear the conversation, and he's like, I know, huh? Yeah, I was in the Marines, and I got them before I got in and got out and during, and yeah, she was all hooked up on his tattoo. I got some too, but I can't show you in here. You want to go to the back room? What?
Very inventive.
A friend of ours came from Illinois, lives in Texas, but was visiting us in like over here, but he was in Virginia for a funeral. He's like, Josh, can I come down and see you guys? Who lives all down there with you? I said, my brother, my parents are next door, all this stuff. So he comes down. We hung out that whole day, whole night, and we went like it was like midnight. And then he says, is there any strip clubs open? Yeah, they're usually open about 2 a.m. Man, let's go. Fuck yo. You know, and we go, and my brother that owns the vehicle has already drank, so my friend had to drive us. It was a stick shift. I wouldn't know how to drive a Mustang. So we all pile up, we go out there the next day after we had fun. My mother says, Josh, what'd you guys do last night? We went to Walmart. What?
Till 2 a.m. and I came home with a thong.
She's like, don't lie to me. Just tell me. I told my brother to tell her. And my brother said, Mom, we went to a strip club. My mom laughed and said, Josh, why'd you lie? I didn't know if you would love to have me talk about that, like boobies, you know, and all this stuff. And I was kind of not frightened. I was just like, well, I didn't want you to know. So, but she knows how my brother is, and that's, you know, before he had anybody, that's how he was.
Yeah.
To have entertainment and fun, we would always go find a place to try to wear tight jeans without boners. So my friend was here in town. He wanted to do something fun that evening, and we did. You know, we didn't drink or anything. My brother did. So he was still the designated driver. My friend was.
Yeah.
But we had a good time. But the funny thing is, I lied to my mother the next day. She's like, you don't have to do that. So, but you know, she doesn't like a lot of things that I do. So it's like if I went with family somewhere, that's different because I'm kind of taken care of and watched out for. Mm-hmm. But if I went somewhere with Marion, which we have gone to strip clubs together as a couple, men's and women's do that. So, and there was nothing wrong with me and Marion going to these strip clubs. I was just like, we knew somebody, and we just kind of went and watched her and hung out with her, and she would sit at the bar and sit at the chairs and tables with us with her top off. I was like, Marion, I'm going to look over here for a little while, okay? So, and I used to work with this chick that was a stripper. I was like, oh, you do this on the side, huh? Yeah, it's extra money. Yeah.
You probably make good money. Do they make good money?
Yeah, it's all tips and whatever cash is on the stage. So,
Yeah.
because it's tax deductible, something like that.
I don't know. It's hard to
Uh,
tax when they give you cash. It's whatever they want to report.
Right. But anyway, so we knew this chick that was, doing that, and it's like we just kind of hung out with her and stuff afterwards. Like, we didn't take you home and do you? We just, hung out as they were closing. It's like, time to go, sir. Okay.
That'd be interesting.
But yeah, my brother wanted to go do that with our friend, and we haven't seen this friend since like '97.
Wow.
Yeah, and he showed up. He's like, Josh, I wanted to come down and see your family and see you. It's been so long. I said, yeah, long and hard. How you doing? And so he
Still got
traveled.
the same jeans?
Sorry?
You still got the same tight jeans, Josh?
Hell no, we don't wear tight jeans. I had to wear loose stuff, but I did dress comfortably. So they could put their hands in my shorts. See? Bruce says, I know, huh?
They're just going for the 20. Forget the ones.
It's over by my thigh. So get that itch while you're down there. No,
I didn't know you guys tipped.
That's not the tip. Okay. Be careful. Calm down, everyone. But it was just a fun night all around because we haven't seen our friend in a while, and I was in special education when I was growing up in school, so and I had this friend was in some of my classes. Okay, you know what special education is, but the thing is, these were not mainstream classes. These were like extracurricular.
Okay.
For those that have brain injuries or other problems or troubles with math or this, that, and the other. And I would never dress out for PE. I thought that was so gay, dressing out for PE. I never did that. I always gave my teacher, he's doing like the attendance thing, like all the way down, because I'm like 4 letters from the end of the alphabet. So they got to me, they said, Mr. Yule, we see you haven't dressed out. Why is that? My dog ate my shorts. So he didn't fall for it very much. He's like, well, he better crap him out and you better go wash him. What? So I just never dressed out. I always said the hell with it, left it in my locker. I don't wear anything above the knees. Wink, wink. So they were really short.
Mm-hmm.
And they always insisted us guys to dress out, the women too. But you're still going to shave. You're still going to have problems when you're out there sweating. Then a lot of the guys never took showers. They just resprayed themselves with Brutes saying, I'm better than you. So, and I kind of was like, no, I'm not going to dress out. No, I could care less. This, that. I didn't care about PE at all. I really screwed up on a lot of classes. And, ceramics, I made dicks out the windows. I mean, it's just kind of, I was a very troubled soul in high school. I mean, sophomore year sucked for me, but we got through it, stole sodas from our job. But I'm saying, Bruce is like, I'm just quiet and listening to you. Keep going.
I'm still eating. Still eating.
He's licking his fingers now.
Yeah. So yeah, schooling wasn't always the greatest, but I got through it. I saw a lot of double D's, but my point is, we we did okay. I mean, I didn't like education at all. My parents said, you need it for jobs and life and this and that. Well, it took me a while to kind of, I don't know, get back into it and care. I
Yeah.
did not care. I always got suspended. I just didn't care. I did not care.
Yeah, it helps if you care and enjoy it. And have a good teacher. If it's not, it's like everybody. If they want to quit smoking, unless you want to quit smoking, you're not going to quit smoking. Unless you want to go to school, you're not going to enjoy school. So it's just
The thing is,
way it is.
we had a lot of like book work and stuff like that to do in these classes, and I liked English and social studies and geography, and I loved cooking courses too. We had an actual economics course,
That's cool.
which taught us how to cook and do things.
That's
It was
cool.
all hands on, pies,
Yeah.
cakes, everything. Then I
That's
went
cool.
I went to a technical school and worked in the kitchen there, and we actually fed the governor of Illinois. Him and his company came over, and we were very lucky to meet him.
That's cool.
And yeah, he had sweaty palms. I don't understand that one, but
Did you put the fart spray on his hands?
I don't even know what the hell that was when I was living there. Heard about it, but I never really had funds to purchase. So,
Yeah.
but this was the same place that I went to school at that had that joke shop that I told you about, Darren.
Right on.
So it was all like a small town of like 8,000 people when my family and I moved there. And
Wow.
that was in 93 when it was only $8,000. 8,000 people.
8,000 people. Small.
Yeah. And then when we left in 97, I think it grew to maybe 15,000 in 4 years.
Wow. Almost doubled. That's fast.
Yeah. And I think it's grown larger than that now because we go every couple of years or try to go every year. But yeah, so small town, it's grown, it's huge, it's got plenty to offer. But I used to always walk to school. I never took the bus barely unless I had a job before school or something.
Yeah.
I worked at the VA hospital up there.
Right on.
Yeah, but I stole a pager. So that job ended pretty quickly. So
After you stole the pager.
I returned it. My mom says, who uses pagers? Go give it back. And I did. And nobody really knew. I just kind of like took it one day and dropped it back on the desk. Nobody was there. I was like, yay. So, but I was working in the dietary section of the VA hospital.
Right on.
And I was taught by Snoop Dogg's twin brother. And
I did not know Snoop Dogg had a twin.
he doesn't. I was kidding, but he looked exactly like him, though. And I went home and I told my mother, Snoop Dogg's twin brother works with me. And my mom was like, wait, what?
She's going, what dog?
Yeah. And so this guy taught me pretty well inside the dietary. We would have to serve as well, not just cook it in big vats, like VATS, big vats,
Mm-hmm.
like hamburger stuff. It was like a medley because a lot of these people that lived at the VA didn't have teeth, so everything had to be pureed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so, and they were talking about gumming breasts and everything in their past, and I was like, I'm busy. So, but yeah, I actually wore a chef outfit when I was working there. I was like, yeah, I'm pleased of myself. So it was just fun. I like more hands-on than the book work. I didn't have anything to worry about when I worked hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I got my cooking skills from, the tech school and this dietary at the VA. I love, extremely love cooking. So, but yeah, it's fun. And I actually listened and enjoyed those subjects. And I actually got a little stipend. I got paid for working at the VA. They provided lunch too. So
excellent.
Bruce says, I'm bored. See you guys later.
He's still eating.
Yeah. But so I've done a lot of naughty things. I've done a lot of good stuff. I've volunteered. I've done a lot of stuff in my life, and including all the moving my dad had to do with his career in the military. But yeah, I've had a good life, and that's why I love traveling, because of my dad so much. They do it, I do it. I mean, it's just fun. But
Sure is.
Marion's father says, how come you guys don't go nowhere else? You guys always go to the same damn places. I was like, because we love it. I mean, we know how to find the good deals, and it's more of a fun place to be, which is like LA, Orlando, Chicago, or Myrtle Beach. Or he got onto us saying, go somewhere else. I was like, well, there's other cities in those states we like, but I don't care about Missouri. I don't care about anything like that. I've been there, done that. It's whatever. But I want fun. Theme parks, just fun. I want stuff to do. I don't want to sit around in a hotel saying, Mom, when are we going to go out and do that one thing you talked about? Oh, well, we got 7 days. We'll figure it out. And then we have to sit around the whole time for trips and stuff with family. This time we go out and do our own thing, and we don't listen to anybody. We just go and do it if we can afford it. Bruce says, how much you need? So Darren says, I got $5,000 from that casino. So
yes, I did.
So yeah, that's where we are. But like I said, I really screwed up in high school. Grade school, I don't really much remember it, but I know the schools I went to, though. I mean, for the longest time, we were going to a place. You guys heard of Camp Pendleton out in California, right?
Camp Pendleton?
It's a Marine Corps base.
I have not heard of that one, no.
Bruce? Yeah. Anyway, so we used to live on that base, and we lived outside the base and on base. But the cool thing is I went to my grade schools off base, and we were younger, and I was 13, so that's 8th grade, I guess, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Correct. You're good.
So, yeah, man, you don't know how much I just love Southern California, because I know so much about it. But we lived there for so long at different small little cities and stuff, big cities, small ones. See, 2 of my brothers, well, 4 of them were born in California. I was born here in North Carolina. It sucks. Bruce says, and? So, yeah. Darren says, I'm learning a lot about you. I'm writing a diary.
It's good.
So, but, yeah, this is, I've done a lot in my life. I'm not really proud of it, and then some I am, But
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to hop down. I've got something going on over here. Anyway,
don't forget to put the fire out of the barbecue.
It's taken care of. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. I've got to go talk with somebody here.
Got it. God bless, Bruce. Have a great evening.
All right. Yeah, y'all too. All right.
Thanks.
See you later.
Ciao. Now, number 2, I got my premiere coming up soon. Premiere.
I hope I didn't bore anybody.
No, I found a lot about you. It's good. You have some pretty interesting stories.
Hey, Roxanne. How you doing?
Roxanne. Mega love shout out. Let's see if we can check the chat here. Comments. On the phone, you can't do it. There's Carolina Chris, Roxanne, Christina Payne, in the house. Woo! 2000 once. Wow. We got Jen Lynn. Hello there. Strange Dog comic stuff. That's cool. Yes, remember the thumbs up. Let me see if I can post my comment for my premiere. There we go. Let's see if it clicks through. Whoop, boom. There we go. Nice to see you, Christina Payne. Roxon's always awesome, of course. Yeah, it's all good. And Miriam's getting out, so that's good. Is she staying more awake?
No.
No?
I have to push the envelope on that. It's like, stay awake, talk to me. Don't just sit around. So
I'm glad she's home.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where she needs to be. That's where she needs to be. So I might head off too. I got a visit. I got a premiere coming up, and some people drop some channels
Yeah.
after Tamsack as well.
Sorry, I'm not too entertaining, but at least we got some talking out of me. Usually, I'm just like, "What's wrong with Josh?" Nothing. He was talkative today, first time in a while.
If you get on a subject, then that's what you do, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. No, that's perfect. I appreciate the invitation. It was good. You got on early. It was great. And so I'm gonna head down, promote my premiere, and then got to get up early for Blessed Life's. She has a birthday stream, so I gotta figure that out. Get up early for that.
Oh, okay.
So it sounds good. Appreciate it, Josh.
All right.
You have a great evening.
Okay. Thank you. You too.
All right. God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye. Anybody else want to come out? Because I'll probably call it a night on here. Chris, you want to make an appearance for a little bit? Maybe 30 minutes or something? Drop down the ladder, dude. Or else I'm going to eat some Duke's Mayo on my Sammy. There's the link, everyone. Whoever wants to come up and say hey, hang out with me. I don't like talking to myself. Let me know in the chat if I've bored anybody. I just want to make sure everything's cool and you guys haven't lost me. A lot of people just jumped in and jumped out. I see. Yes. Did I bore anybody? Anybody in here still? I want to see one person either in here or watching. Give me a thumbs up or something. It's roll call time. That's good, Roxanne. I just wish you would come up. You never do to anybody's. You never come up except on your own. But everybody's asking about how my wife is doing. She's doing okay. Just can't stay awake because of her meds. She's always sleeping or tired. I'm working on a thing to approve her to allow me to get paid to be full-time caregiver for her. So I'm working on that. That's a process. She needs to get approved for it. And it can be done through her doctor. That's easy. So I don't see any problems with that. Just waiting on the paperwork by mail. Then we'll go from there. That's all I can say. Because I need some kind of income. If I can't get a job having to help her, I've got to do something. And I started my own process of that. So we will see. But if nobody wants to come up, I guess I'll call it a night. I appreciate it. Roxanne, I know you just basically got here, but I guess you can review it. It's kind of raunchy, and then it gets clean, and then it's raunchy again. So it's kind of like I'm doing voices and stuff in between. So you can always rewatch it at your own time. But whoever's still here, take care. And I guess I'm only going to do this on Sunday nights. Because everybody else does theirs on other days. And anyway. I appreciate everybody's time. Talk to everybody later.